We now move to the next event on the track, which is the final of the under-17 and also the under-18 steeplechase, and they're now underway. In the under-17s, in Station 1 from South Bendigo, Taryn Folletti. In 2 from Frankston, Lily Oxley. In 3, Western A's, Mia White. In 4, we have Sarah Berg, South Bendigo. In 5, it's Western Athletics, Abigail Thomas. And in 6, Abby Brady from Mornington Peninsula. In the under-18 competition, we have Amy Jungfer from Athletics Essendon, Sophie Coughlin from Sandringham, Alice Oakley-Kerr at Sandringham, also from Sandringham, Bianca Skerry, and Abby Kenny from Knox. So that's the combined under-17 and under-18 field. And already we have a bolter, and I think that's Coughlin from Sandringham, and she is in that under-18 competition. So Sophie Coughlin, she's a good performer over the steeples, Glenn. We've seen quite a lot of her in recent years. So there's a big gap then to Folletti, who is leading the under-17s.
So again, our under-17 and under-18 field have come through. They've raced previously in their younger age groups. So Taryn Folletti, who's currently second in the red in this race, was second in the under-16 competition last year, taking the silver medal. She's running the under-17. Mia White in the field took out the gold medal in the under-16 comp, and Abigail Thomas was a finalist in the under-16. In the under-18 competition, Amy Jungfer was a finalist in the under-17 event last year. Sophie Coughlin out in front, gold medalist in the under-17s last year in a time of 7:21.57. Alice Oakley-Kerr, the sister of Meg, who we saw in the previous race. Then Bianca Skerry from Sandringham, she was the silver medalist in the under-17 last year, and finally Abby Kenny was a finalist in under-17. So yet another fantastic example of these athletes moving through the age groups.
Yeah, and I think one to watch here will be Abby Kenny. She is having a good season in all the events that she's putting herself into. So although not so good on the water jump as we saw that classic double foot plant. So Coughlin looking impressive. She's attacked this race, which is what we like to see. Folletti, she's got an impressive background. Hasn't been the best last couple of years for Taryn, but she's still in the sport. She's grown quite a bit, managing that growth at the moment. I think we're going to see the resurgence of Taryn Folletti over the next few years. Mia White now stepping into that 3rd position. Kenny in 4th. Then it's Skerry. Then it's back to the Frankston runner there in Lily Oxley. She's also in the under-17 comp, and I'd say she's sitting in 3rd position there at the moment.
So ladies and gentlemen, next presentation will be for the under-15 girls 2,000 metres steeplechase in 3rd place. And bronze medalist today at a time of 8:42.85, representing Sandringham, is Louisa Lazar. In 2nd place and silver medalist at a time of 8:08.17, representing Mornington Peninsula, is Freya Brown. And in 1st place and gold medalist today, Victorian champion at a time of 7:58.83, representing Glen Huntley, Ava Cannon. Ladies and gentlemen, these are your medalists in the under-15 girls 2,000 metres steeplechase.
So Coughlin continues on her merry way. We're having a really good battle at the moment in the under-17 competition. That's between Folletti and White. White now just starting to assert herself and has got a good 7 to 8 metre gap now over Folletti going through that water jump. Next on the track is Kenny, who's coming 2nd in the under-18 competition. Not far behind her, though, is Skerry from Sandringham, and she's 3rd in the under-18s. So 2 to go for Coughlin. So Coughlin's still leading clearly from the under-17 runner there in White, who's now gone to a 20 metre gap over Folletti. Kenny in next position, then Skerry. Then we've got Abigail Thomas from Western A's. She's sitting 3rd in the under-17 competition.
Next presentation will be for the women's under-16 2,000 metres steeplechase in 3rd place. And bronze medalist at the time of 7:32.66, representing Sandringham, Matilda Struggle. In 2nd place and silver medalist at the time of 7:19.55, representing the Ballarat YCW, is Georgina Meads. And in 1st place and gold medalist, Victorian champion in a time of 7 minutes 5.20, representing Frankston Athletic Club, Jamie Lee Coe. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to our medalists in the under-16 women's 2,000 metre steeple.
Now, I just noticed something I hadn't seen before, and that's that Coughlin's actually a hurdler on the water barrier, which is very unusual. Quite often see the Kenyans do it, but very rare in Australia to actually hurdle it, as we see most of step and push. But Coughlin actually hurdled that last one. So we see Kenny coming through, Skerry in next position, and then I think Thomas making a bit of a move there as well. So Coughlin coming down to get one lap to go. Mia White, gee Glenn, she is moving really well here.
Yeah, looking very comfortable, taking this race into her own accord, which is great to see. So
what we're going to see here, I think, is Abby Kenny making a bit of a move. She's looking good between the barriers. We've then got Thomas in next position. She's been one of the big movers here. So Abigail Thomas, she's in the under-17 competition. So currently behind Mia White, who's looking very strong, and also Taryn Folletti. So down the back straight, and Coughlin obviously tiring. Let's watch her over the next barrier. So good clearance. She's a good hurdler. There's no doubt about that. And let's just see if she does the hurdle, Glenn, over this final water barrier where the fatigue levels are high. Is she going to step on or attempt the hurdle? Let's just watch and see. Yep, went the hurdle. So obviously working well for her, but landing reasonably deep, but coming out beautifully because she's got the momentum. She leans forward and just beautiful momentum out of the water. But gee, White is coming at her.
Yep.
I reckon White's going to run out of time, and they are in different age groups as well. But oh boy, I nearly swore there, Glenn. But great running there from Mia White.
This is on with finishing in this race. Let's bring them home to you.
Yeah, I think White might just get it, and she does, right on the line. Mia White, what a run. Different age groups, so we've still got a gold medal to two of those runners, but Coughlin put herself out there early. She really went for it. Very impressed by this run too. This is Abigail Thomas. She's going to come through, and she'll get the silver medal in the 17s. Folletti will settle for the bronze in the 17s. Kenny, she gets the silver there in the under-18 competition, and then Bianca Skerry will get the bronze in the under-18s. Next one through, I think it's Jungfer from Essendon, followed by Oxley, the Frankston runner, and Mornington Peninsula's Brady next through. And I think that might have been Oakley Kerr. And one more to come through, and it's going to be the South Bendigo runner, Sarah Berg. We'll round out this combined event here, the under-17 and under-18 2,000 metre steeplechase for women. But we spotted that about a couple of laps out, didn't we, Glenn, that Mia White was just moving really well between the barriers, and that's what it's all about, just keeping that momentum, and she has got a very good technique over the water jump.